If you've spent any amount of time as a Star Wars fan in places like YouTube, TikTok, or Reddit, you've likely noticed a loud group of individuals who expel a sentiment similar to this. The sheer amount of individuals spreading propaganda about a fictional authoritarian regime is honestly shocking. Just take a look at this. And you can find videos like this one all over TikTok, along with plenty of longer videos on YouTube and threads on Reddit that spread the idea that the Empire was great, did nothing wrong, and made the galaxy a better place. Let's go back to the 1970s, when George Lucas was creating his first Star Wars movie. For his space opera to work, he needed an iconic and evil look for the faction of bad guys. Where did he look? Lucas went to the conflict, which had only ended 32 years prior. Adolf Hitler built his party and his military to not only be unified, but sleek and stylish. Hitler's goal of a highly stylized military was achieved. This was done to display not only unity, but also power. Hitler's ideologies relied heavily on appearance, both inherent and extrinsic. Lucas wanted the same out of his bad guys. The bad guys in his movie needed to display power and unity, so the designs became sleek, fashionable, and just plain cool. Hitler and Mussolini were known to be obsessed with the appearance of their nations in their clothing, architecture, and art. I believe this trait of the Galactic Empire is the initial draw to the Empire for those fans who root for it. It's no secret that people, and especially young men, gravitate towards both unity and power. The Empire's display of power, the ability to control through violence, and dominating others are all traits that specifically attract young men. What attracts people to fascism is their own insecurities, and the Empire, even though fictional, is no different. Those who defend the Empire will tell you that the rebels were terrorists, that they were agents of chaos. The Empire provided economic and social stability, and the rebels came in like a bull in a china shop. How is it at all possible that someone who watches Andor, Rebels, Rogue One, and the original trilogy could see characters like Kanan, Ezra, Cassian Andor, Nemec, Kino Loy, Luthen, Clea Markey, Jyn Erso, Leia Organa, Mon Mothma, Han Solo, and Luke Skywalker as terrorists? Many of those individuals had no desire at all to be part of a revolution. Most of them simply wanted to be left alone. But the issue is, the Empire doesn't care. They don't want indifference. They want complete and total obedience. The rebels are not terrorists at all. They fight for the people of the galaxy, for a future for themselves, the ones they have lost, and the ones yet to come. They fight for a sunrise that they know they will never see. The idea that the rebels are terrorists is a complete and total failure to understand Star Wars, and it's a sign of an issue of media literacy as well as political comprehension. There is likely a connection between those who support the Empire and those who believe in Holocaust denial, are racist, and are homophobic. And another aspect is fear. The need to control others and one's environment is an instinct based entirely upon fear. Fascism has always risen during the most unpredictable times. Hitler and Mussolini gained power in the aftermath of World War I and during the Great Depression. The prospect of an unpredictable future scares those who have the most fear. So what does a controlling government that decides everything for the people provide? They provide the illusion of security. They tell their subjects that if they just follow along, everything will turn out all right. It's a sentiment every single dictator expresses. Give away your freedom, and your future will be safe and secure. Security. That's what the Empire pretends to provide. But in their pursuit of their pretend security, they decide the only way to meet their goals is through total and complete control. Security just becomes what they pretend it to be. Freedom, democracy, individualism, it scares those with the most insecurity. In the end, xenophobia, authoritarianism, discrimination, fascism, all rely on people's insecurities and fears. Freedom scares people. People associate freedom with chaos, but it's not. Freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously.
And without instruction. Random acts of insurrection are occurring constantly throughout the galaxy. There are whole armies, battalions that have no idea that they've already enlisted in the cause. Remember that the frontier of the rebellion is everywhere. And even the smallest act of insurrection pushes our lines forward.
The support of the Empire is symptomatic of many issues for an individual. A lack of media literacy, empathy, and deep-rooted insecurity are likely the causes for such serious and genuine support. And let me say, if you think the Empire just looks cool, but don't actually believe they were morally right or should have won, this video is definitely not about you. I too have dressed up as a stormtrooper for Halloween. There is nothing wrong with that. The Empire is a fascinating fictional faction, and being interested in them is completely normal. But I feel genuine concern for those who truly support the Empire, because the Empire is a disease that thrives in darkness. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, consider giving it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button and let me know what you thought of the video in the comments below. I know this one might ruffle a few feathers out there, the, small sect of Star Wars fans I'm talking about, but honestly, I'm not too worried about that. I think the majority of people will definitely see where I'm coming from, will kind of understand my points in this video, and I hope this video is important, because I felt like it was important. I felt like it needed to be made. It kind of stemmed from stuff I was seeing online that I didn't really agree with, and I felt like, I felt like it was important enough to make a video. So I hope it was worth it. Thanks for watching.